Hi everyone, my name is Erica. Welcome back to my channel. If you are curious about what art therapy is and how it works, then continue watching the video. I'm going to share with you the 5 most common misconceptions about what art therapy is. The first and most common misconception about art therapy is that you have to be an artist to benefit from it. And I'm here to tell you that is completely not true. You can come into art therapy with zero artistic skill and experience. I think when we say art therapy, it has the word art in it, so that actually scares a lot of people away because a lot of people feel like they're not creative and they can't make art. But that's not the point of art therapy. The point of art therapy is all about the creative process and not so much about the final product. So you're not going to be critiqued, you're not going to be graded on your piece of artwork. It's more about how you feel during the process of how you express yourself. A lot of my clients have come in telling me that they haven't drawn in years, maybe because someone said something to them, or maybe they had a bad grade in school that kind of scarred them. And that's not the point of art therapy. The art therapist will meet you where you're at where you're comfortable, and try to find a material that will help you express yourself the easiest way. So there is no fear about coming to art therapy if you feel like you can't make any art, because that completely is not the point of art therapy. As I said, the art therapist will work with your apprehension and work with where you're at to make you feel the most comfortable so that you can freely express yourself and your emotions. The second misconception about art therapy is that it is only for children. So when I tell people that I'm an art therapist, they always ask me, how old are the children that you work with? And the thing is, I don't have any children as my clients. Though a lot of art therapists actually do work with children, I don't in particular. I primarily work with adults. And I think a lot of people think that art therapy is for children just because I think we view kids as the most creative, and so we think that kids will benefit from art therapy the most. But in reality, adults, when we grow up and we kind of lose that creative part of ourselves, we lose that outlet of expression, right? We find other ways to communicate, or maybe we hold it in, and that's why art therapy is so beneficial for anyone. It can be for anybody as long as you go in with an open mind. Art therapy is such a powerful form of therapy, and it helps you engage with your imagination, visually and everything, and it's not just for children. Art therapy is actually for people of all ages and can help in many areas of people's lives. And there's many different reasons of why people will come to art therapy. It can range from someone with a developmental disability or a trauma and loss or whatever it is. It ranges all across the board, and there's no right or wrong reason for you to come to art therapy. And I think what's important to note is that the art therapist will work with the person that's sitting in front of them. So whether you are an adult or a child, we will find the right material and the right medium that is most suited for you, that will help you express yourself. The third misconception about art therapy is that the art therapist is able to look at your artwork and analyze who you are and what you're thinking. And I think this is kind of a funny one because people always ask me that. They're like, do you actually know what I'm thinking when I look at their artwork? But I actually don't. That's not the whole point of the therapeutic relationship at all. We are not here to analyze you based on your drawings. Yes, we have lots of experience looking at people's artwork and relating to them, but we are not here to tell you how you feel. We are here to help you make meaning and find meaning in the images that you create so that you can empower yourself and learn about yourself. The thing is, only you know what you're feeling. Only you know what you want. Only you know what you don't want. Only you know about yourself. So we are not here to tell you how to feel, what to do, or anything like that. We're just here for you to hold space and for you to make meaning out of the creative process. There are so many ways to interpret the artwork, and so the art therapist is there to help you uncover the hidden meanings, and we're not here to be a detective to find out what you're feeling, because as I said, only you know what you're feeling. The fourth misconception about art therapy is that we have to make art in every single session. I have worked as an art therapist for 3 years now, and I can tell you that not every single session is made for art making. Sometimes it's just talking, and sometimes it's all art making. Sometimes it's a mixture of both. There is no right formula for how this works. It's really about the art therapist meeting you where you're at, seeing how you're feeling that day, and seeing what you need in that moment. Art therapists are trained to handle both the verbal and the art making, so we can handle anything that you want to uncover in that session. The way that I run my sessions, it is completely client-led. So whatever you're feeling that day, I will cater to you to help you figure out what you need. And to go along with this, a lot of people actually worry, if we do make art during a session, is the art therapist just staring at me the whole time? And sometimes that might be true. We're not staring at you and judging you. Sometimes we're just there kind of observing you, or maybe we make art with you or collaboratively. Whatever it is, there's no one set way of how it works. It's just really about, as I said, meeting where you were at in that moment. The last misconception about art therapy is that art therapy is like an arts and crafts class. I think that is also one of the most common things I've heard, is that people call me an art teacher a lot, when really I'm not an art teacher at all. I'm not here to teach you how to draw, how to paint, or teach you any sort of artistic technical skills at all. Art therapy is an established mental health profession. That's why it's so different than being an art teacher. So we do incorporate elements of talk therapy into the session along as art making. And it's very different in an art class, because we're not here to critique your work. We're not here to teach you about tone and color mixing and all that stuff. That's actually not the point. The whole point of the session is to move towards a path of healing and expression for you. So there you have it. That's the 5 most common misconceptions that I've heard about art therapy. I hope that you learned a little bit about what art therapy is and how it works. And if you are curious, I do offer one-on-one online therapeutic art sessions, so please don't hesitate to contact me. And in the meantime, I'm sending you all love, and I'll see you next week.